Good morning everyone. This is Pavani. Today I would like to take for 8th standard Oliver Asks for More, that is second unit. Okay, Oliver Asks for More. In my previous session already I have taught this lesson. Half of the lesson was completed and remaining half today I would like to complete it. Okay. So like Oliver, he is an orphan boy. Okay, he was brought to the orphanage, and when he was brought to the orphanage there were 8 to 10 fat gentlemen were sitting, and by seeing them this fellow got frightened and he was about to shed the tears, and he did not understand actually what he has to say and what are the questions they are going to put. He didn't understand and he didn't get the time to think about that also. Immediately Mr. Bumble asked him to follow, so he went to that room, and by seeing those people he got frightened and he did not give any answer. So the person asked, what is like what you are an orphan. Then this boy doesn't know the meaning of an orphan. Okay, so again he reveals, the higher official will reveal what is an orphan meaning, then he'll understand that, and after that they will order him to do that. From the next day morning you have to pick oakum and you have to start working from tomorrow onwards. Now go to bed, like that they'll say. Okay, so this lesson was taken from the novel Oliver Twist. Okay, and it was written by the British novelist Charles Dickens, and this is the story of an orphan boy named Oliver Twist. Okay, we have completed this, and he was brought to the place, okay, to the orphanage, where he has to sleep on the rough bed. Okay, by seeing that bed he was about to cry, and he cried and he lie down in the same bed. Okay, then what happened, actually the members of this board were very wise and philosophical men. As they turned their attention to the workhouse, they discovered that it was the regular place of public entertainment of the poorer classes. It was a place where they had breakfast, dinner, tea and supper all the year round and free, where it was all play and no work. So the members of the board were very wise and philosophical. Philosophical means what? What is the meaning of philosophical? Related to philosophy. Nothing but philosophical means what? Relating to the study of philosophy, the study of the relating to the study of philosophy. Okay, yes. So as they turned their attention to the workhouse, everyone, once when they turned their attention to the workhouse, they discovered that it was the regular place. Okay, like orphan, many other children are there, those who don't have parents, they were brought to the orphanage to give the education as well as the food. Okay, and also one more thing, what is that? Trade. Okay, they were giving trade also along with education. Trade nothing but business. They are making them to learn the business tips, so that once when they grew up they can go out and they can do their own business. Okay, because of that they are teaching, they are giving that sort of training also here. So they discovered that it was a regular place of public entertainment of the poorer classes. Okay, all the children, those who are in the orphanage, they doesn't come from the middle like what middle class people or higher class people. Only very poor class people only we can find in the orphanage, as parents cannot afford that much money, they will put in the orphanage, or else the child who doesn't have parents, they will be brought to the orphanage. Okay, so it was a place where they had breakfast. So where they had what? So it was the place where they had their breakfast, dinner, tea and supper. Okay, supper nothing but what? Okay, the night what you have, we call it as supper. And all the year round and free, where it was all play and no work. So every year they can have the breakfast, tea, dinner, okay, or lunch, all these they can have like what? Free of cost. Okay, no need to pay any amount there, and only work, no, like what? Only play, no work. So this was really a shocking state of affairs. They were of the opinion that the poor should be given only two alternatives, either to starve quickly outside the workhouse or gradually inside the house. With this view, they decided that the inmates of the workhouse would be issued 3 meals of thin gruel a day with an onion twice a week. So the board members have decided to give them, what they have decided to give them? they are having the opinion of that poor should be given only two alternatives, either to starve quickly. Okay, to starve means what? Like what? Being hunger. Okay, without food. Okay, without food they will be dying. Okay, starve means what? Suffering from hunger, you can write. Okay, so either to starve quickly outside the workhouse or gradually inside the house. Either they must be when they go to the work, in the work area they must be like that, or else when they are in the orphanage, in their dormitory, they must be like that, they have decided, or gradually inside the house. With this view, they decided that the inmates of the workhouse would be issued 3 meals of thin gruel a day with an onion twice a week. What is the meaning of inmates? Inmates means dwellers. Dwellers nothing but one who resides. Okay, so the meaning of inmates means dwellers. So the meaning of inmates is what? Dwellers. So now what happened here? They have decided to give a thin gruel. Gruel means what? It is a liquid made with rice or oats. What is the meaning of gruel? Gruel means a liquid which is made with a liquid food which is made with, or which is made of, you can write, rice, oats, etc. Okay, so the thick liquid when we boil the rice, we get the liquid, that is called what? Gruel. Or else oats, with the oats we get the liquid, that is called gruel. So they want to give a gruel. Okay, 3 meals. What are the 3 meals? Thin gruel a day with an onion twice a week. So with an onion twice a week they would like to give this. Okay, so for the first 6 months after Oliver Twist was moved in, the system was in full operation. First 6 months, okay, what they have decided, everything they have given. So now, as a result, during this period, the number of workhouse inmates got smaller and the inmates themselves shrank in size and became thinner. So shrank means what? Become small. Okay, become small. So now what happened here? The inmates, okay, the children, whomever they are staying in the orphanage, their size has become decreased. Okay, they have become very small, thin they have become. The room in which the boys were fed was a large stone hall. How was the room? The room in which the boys were fed. Every day they will have the dining hall, no? So the dining section is very large stone hall with a big copper bowl at one end, out of which the master, dressed in an apron for the purpose and assisted by 1 or 2 women, ladled the gruel at meal time. Assisted means taking help from the other persons. So now you can see here, okay, this is the place where they can have their what? Meals. Okay, breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea, okay, even snacks time. Every time they will sit in this place and they'll have, after that they'll disperse to their rooms. Okay, so now what happened here? The room in which the boys were fed was a large stone hall with a big copper bowl at one end, out of which the master, dressed in an apron for the purpose. For why he was wearing the apron? Apron means, you know, in movies or in television you have seen the chefs, what do they wear? They put on apron. Okay, once when they are in the kitchen, what do they put? They put on apron. Why? Because all the stains must not fall on their dress. Then, and it is an indication that, okay, he's a cook, we can understand. And assisted by 1 or 2 women, and he takes the help of 2 women here. Ladle the gruel at meal time. So ladle the gruel at meal time. Of this festive composition, each boy had 1 basinful and no more, except on the occasions of great public rejoicing, when he had 2 ounces and a quarter of bread besides. So now see here, every time they will not give a basin full of gruel. Okay, a basin full of food they never give, but only at the time of like national festivals. Okay, during those festivals they used to give a different meal to the children. Okay, not only that, if at all, if you see hostel, okay, the hostel children, what do they get? Only at the time of any occasion they'll get the good feast. Okay, good food they will get nicely. On those days they will enjoy a lot. So here also in the same manner. So now here, see, ladle and gruel at meal time of this festive composition. During this festive composition, it's like a festival. Each boy had 1 basinful, and no more, except on occasions of great public rejoicing. Only on like what, any occasions only they will give that, not on every day. So when he had 2 ounces and a quarter of bread besides, a basin full liquid they will give, and also a bread also they will give to have. Okay. So the basins never wanted washing. So all these days the children are not getting enough food. So once when they get, will they leave the basin like that? So last drop also they will be licking. Okay, they will be dragging with the spoon, and the last sip, last drop also they used to take. So the basins never wanted washing means what? Already they licked everything, and the bowl has become completely as it has washed already. Okay. Did you get me what I mean to say? So here, every last drop also they have dragged from the basin. Nothing was left in the basin. Okay. So they were going on dragging with the spoon until it shone again. Shone again means until it shine again. So now see here. The basins never wanted washing. No need of washing. Everything they dragged. Everything is cleaned off. So no need of washing. They made it like that. The boys polished them with their spoon. Just now I told you. Going on dragging with the spoon. So what happened again? It was shone bright. Shone nothing but shining bright. Till they shone again. When they had performed this operation, they would sit staring at the copper bowl with such eager eyes as if they could have devoured the big bowl itself. So now see here. Already a basin full of liquid that master has given to every student in that orphanage, every child. Then what happened? But even though that was not sufficient to some children, they'll be eagerly looking at the copper ball. Okay, if I finish fast, again master may give some more liquid. Okay, so they used to finish very fast, but they never used to get, and they used to stare at the copper ball, means continuously they'll be looking at the copper ball. Okay, so now see here, devoured. What is the meaning of devoured? Ate hungrily or quickly. What is the meaning of devoured here? Ate hungrily or quickly. Ate hungrily or quickly. So now what the children were thinking, that as if they have as if they want to eat the complete food, whatever is there in that bowl. So now here, and everything in it. So whatever is there in the big copper bowl, they want to have everything. They want to have the complete liquid with that in that intention. Okay, with that intention they were looking at the copper bowl. At the same time, they suck their fingers most carefully to catch up any stray splashes. So some children have the habit of licking the fingers. If something is there still for the fingers, they used to see any stray splashes. If something is left over somewhere, they used to lick it. Okay. Then see, that means what we can understand from many days, they are not with proper fruit. Okay. Of gruel that might have struck thereon, boys have generally excellent appetite. Appetite means what? The desire to eat, hunger. So the meaning of appetite. So the meaning of appetite is what? The desire to eat, hunger. The desire to eat or hunger. Okay, the meaning of appetite is the desire to eat or hunger. So now here, over Oliver Twist and his companions, nothing but what? Friends. Oliver Twist and his companions, nothing but what? Friends. So Oliver Twist and his companions suffered the tortures of slow starvation for 3 months. Means starvation means they are not giving food, they are dying, okay, without food. So Oliver Twist and his companions, nothing but Oliver Twist and his friends, they were dying out of hunger for 3 months. Okay, at last they got so voracious. What is the meaning of voracious? See, I'm writing here. What is the meaning of voracious here? Wanting great quantities of food. Wanting great quantities of food. Wanting great quantities of food. So now here, at last from 3 months they are not getting proper food. At last they got so voracious. Who? Oliver Twist and his companions, nothing but friends. And wild with hunger, that one boy who was tall for his age, he was tall but his age was very less, okay, and hadn't been used to that sort of thing, for his father had kept a small cook shop. hinted darkly to his companions. He gave the hint to his friends. What is that? Unless he had another basin of gruel per day, he was afraid he might some night happen to eat the boy who slept next to him. So just he gave a hint to his friends, so other children will get frightened by listening such kind of words. So he gave a hint to his friends that, okay, if at all if I don't get the gruel, sufficient gruel, one day I may kill and eat the boy who is sleeping next to me. Who said that? The boy who was tall for his age. He said that, okay, if at all if I don't get the proper gruel, means enough gruel every day, then I may kill the boy who sleeps next to me. He said like that. Then he was afraid he might some night happen to eat the boy who slept next to him, who happened to be a weakly youth of tender age. He had a wild, hungry eye, and they believed him. So now what happened? Everyone, they were shocked to hear such kind of words from his friend, and they were getting frightened. Oh my God, this fellow really will he kill us? Okay. Then a council was held. Council means what? There was a meeting. Okay, council was held. Lots were cast as to who should walk up to the master after supper that evening and ask for more. And it fell to Oliver Twist. So now they had a plan. Okay, they had a meeting. Council means what? Meeting. All the children have gathered in one place and they have had a discussion. Okay, like who will go, who is having that much dare enough to go and ask the master after the evening supper. Just we will go and ask. From tomorrow onwards we need more gruel. It is not sufficient for us. Who will ask? Like that there was a discussion about among the children. Then at last it fell over to whom? At last it got the chance to whom? To Oliver Twist. Okay, then what Oliver Twist has done? The evening arrived, the boys took their places. Okay, that evening arrived, the boys, everyone, they took their places. They went, and where every day where they will sit, they have taken their place. The master in his cook's uniform stationed himself, means he has come to that place at the copper. His assistants ranged themselves behind him. The gruel was served out. Okay, his assistants also have come to serve the gruel. Then the gruel was served out. The gruel disappeared. The boys whispered to each other and winked at Oliver while his next neighbors nudged him. So now what happened? They gave the signal with the eye. Okay, I'll do this. Come on, you manage somehow. Like that they said. So now the gruel disappeared. The boys whispered to each other and winked at Oliver. Okay, giving the signal with the eye. Winked means what? Giving the signal with eye. While his neighbors nudged him. Nudged means what? Pinched. What is the meaning of nudged? Pinched. So the neighbor has pinched him. Okay, now you must move. Like that, the neighbor has pinched him. Child as he was desperate with hunger and reckless with misery. He rose from the table and advancing to the master, basin and spoon in hand, said, somewhat alarmed at his own courage, please sir, I want some more. So now who is that boy? I want some more. Who said? Oliver Twist. Okay, so actually they had a plan. Now who must ask? At last it fell to Oliver. So they went there and they said that, okay, once when everything, the gruel was served out with the two ladies. Okay, beside him, two ladies were there to help him. So once when the gruel was served out, these children, they have give the signal with the eye. Okay, come on, let us start our plan. Okay, and who went? So he went. Okay, he rose from the table from where he was sitting. Oliver Twist, he rose from the table and he stood and he asked that, what did he ask? Please sir, I want some more. Then the master was a fat, healthy man, but he turned very pale. So now master was a fat man. Okay, he turned very pale. He didn't understand. I am giving this much liquid. This fellow, for him, it's not sufficient. Like that he felt. He gazed in stupefied astonishment. Stupefied means shocked. Okay, so what is the meaning of stupefied here? Shocked. The meaning of stupefied is what? Shocked. So the meaning of stupefied means shocked. So the master was shocked when Oliver asked him like that. Then now, on the small rebel, okay, so he has showed his anger on this Oliver and then clung for the support to the copper. The assistants were paralyzed with wonder, the boys with fear. Paralyzed means what? Become motionless. Okay, the meaning of paralyzed means what? Become motionless. Okay, everyone, they were staring like that only. Okay, they are not at all moving. They shut their mouths and they were seeing what is happening here, like that. Then Now, what? Said the master at length in a faint voice. Once again he asked, why? Because he was in a dilemma whether this fellow asked or else I am feeling like that. Once again he asked, what? Said the master at length in faint voice. Please, sir, replied, I want some more. So again Oliver replied that I want some more. The master aimed a blow at Oliver's head with a ladle. So what is ladle? The long spoon. They will hold, no? The long spoon, it will be like this. In function hall we can see, children. In function hall we can see, like we for any, like what at the time of in summer season also we can see on the rows they'll be putting the pots, and with this they keep the ladle so that they can take the liquid food and also the water we can take. Okay, so that is called what? Ladle. So with this ladle he bet on Oliver's head. Who? Master. He gave a blow. And ladle means a long handled spoon. Okay, ladle means what? A long handled spoon. And shrieked aloud for the beadle, and he shouted for the beadle. Who is beadle? Official of a church. Then the board was sitting in solemn meeting when Mr. Bumble rushed into the room in a great excitement, and addressing the gentleman in the high chair, said, Mr. Limbkins, I beg your pardon. So now what happened? Immediately the master called for the beadle, and beadle called for Mr. Bumble. So Mr. Bumble went inside. At the time all the like what these people, the board members, they have a meeting. Okay, they have a meeting about the orphanage only. They were discussing something. So immediately Mr. Bumble rushed into that place and said, Mr. Limbkins, I beg your pardon. So who is Mr. Limbkins here? The higher official name is Mr. Limbkins. So Mr. Limbkins, I beg your pardon, sir. Oliver Twist has asked for more. So immediately he rushed in. As he was fat, Mr. Bumble also, so he was panting. Okay, so when he was panting and saying, this higher official did not understand. Now what he said? There was a great start horror and depicted on every countenance. So what is the meaning of countenance? Facial expressions. What is the meaning of countenance? Facial expressions. Facial expressions. So now everyone, 8 to 10 people were sitting now. So everyone was shocked. For more, said Mr. Limbkins. Compose yourself, Bumble, and answer me distinctly. Do I understand that he asked for more after he had eaten the supper allotted by the board? What I must understand, Mr. Bumble, tell me clearly. You are saying that Oliver Twist asked for more. What he asked for more? Do you want to tell me that, okay, even after what we have decided to give the children, after that also he is asking for more food? Do you want to say that only? Say correctly, he asked. Then what he said? He did, sir, replied Bumble. Yes, sir, that only I am telling. He did like that. Then what higher official did say? That boy will be hung, said the gentleman in the white waistcoat. Do you remember about the white waistcoat man? Okay, always he is interrupting in the middle, no? So that fellow said that, then that boy will be hung. We will kill him. I know that boy will be hung. Then nobody contradicted the prophetic gentleman's opinion. So now see here, contradicted means what? Opposed. What is the meaning of contradicted? Opposed. The meaning of contradicted is oppose. So no one opposed, okay, when the higher official is taking the decision. Okay. So now here, nobody contradicted the prophetic gentleman's opinion. An excited discussion took place. Oliver was ordered into instant confinement. So now he was ordered. They have put an order that instant confinement means what? The state of being confined. Okay. And a bill was next morning pasted or on the outside of the gate. So the next morning they have pasted one notice. What is that? Offering a reward of £5. Okay, they kept a reward of £5 to anybody who would take Oliver Twist of the hands of the parish. In other words, £5 and Oliver Twist were offered to any man or woman who wanted an apprentice to any trade, business or calling. So now what they have decided, okay, if this fellow got that much dare enough to speak to us some more gruel, then we will become like what? See, in a hostel, whoever is running an organization, they will not give the complete whatever is getting from the government or from other people. Okay. So what do? They will take half of the amount. In that only the half will be reached to the children. So now this boy asked, he got that much dare enough to ask then by seeing him others also will speak like that only. So better let us remove this fellow from the orphanage, they have decided. Why? Because these are the people, they have to face the problem in future. So because of that they have decided that, and what they have kept in the notice board that we would like to sell this boy. Like in orphanage, the people, those who don't have the children, they come to adopt the children, no, they come to adopt the children. So they kept the notice that, okay, here we have one boy who is good at knowledge and who knows everything, like for trade you can use this boy, okay, whomever want like apprentice, okay, he knows everything, so you can purchase this fellow, and we are only going to give the reward those who are going to purchase this man. How many purchase this boy, sorry, how many? 5 pounds. So like that they kept the notice outside. So I hope everyone have understood this lesson. This lesson was written by whom? It was taken from a novel, Oliver Twist, okay, and this was written by a British novelist, Charles Dickens, and this is the story about the orphan boy named Oliver Twist. Okay, I hope everyone have understood this lesson. Once again you go through the lesson so that you will get a clear understanding. Thank you one and all.